This is an open letter for my cousin, Stephen. Uh, Stephen Nejad, whatever. First of all, the reason I don't make a phone call, and try to, you know, explain whatever I'm explaining on the video, these videos that I make, is because I really don't have the time to go around and, explain to everybody one by one through a phone call, and, go through this routine of a lot of small talks and this and that, and trying to pretend that I give a fuck, and then try to somehow explain my own side of the story, explain, try to do some propaganda, try to shed light on, from my perspective, on the matters involving, in this case, my family. I don't have the time to do that, and I don't. My personality is not a personality of, going around and just what do you call it? Making small talks and trying to, what do you call it? Talk behind people's back, and try to to profit myself. Because I don't have that personality, the reality is my sister is 100% opposite of me, and 100% opposite of me. So as much as all throughout my life, I have avoided, talking about my family with other people, talking behind people's back, because I really don't enjoy it. I don't think it's the right thing to do, and I don't enjoy it. But unfortunately, my sister loves undermining people behind their back, talking about people behind their back, and basically trying to make a case for herself behind people's back. And what is the purpose? What is the case she's always trying to make behind people's back? Is a case of victimhood. You see, my sister is a professional victim, and she's always have been trying to convince everybody around him that she's a victim, that she has been a victim, she is a victim, every time, all the time. Sometimes she's my victim, sometimes she's my brother's victim, sometimes she was my mother's victim, sometimes she's the victim of circumstances. Doesn't matter, she's a victim. Why? Because she has figured out early in life that if she can pretend in a male-dominated society of the Middle Eastern countries such as Iran, and the culture of that male-dominated society, if she can pretend victimhood, the males around her are going to, because the Middle Eastern males, don't think with their brains, don't have much. They think with their balls. They think with their penis. That's how Middle Eastern men, brown-skinned, black-skinned men think, not with their brains, but with their balls. So every time a female around them, especially single female, around them, pretend, either in reality is a victim, or a lot of time pretends victimhood, all the men around her, rush to rescue the damsel in distress, rescue her, and to help her because she's a victim. So once you learn that, you basically, once a woman learns that, a woman in a third world country, in a shithole in the Middle East, can actually cruise in life, because she starts realizing that all she has to do is pretend victimhood and get away with murder in life. She can murder and then pretend she's a victim, and then get away with the murder. I mean, that was the whole plot line of Chicago, the musical. It's all these women who have actually, bad women, who have actually done crime, killed people, murdered people, but then, by pretending for many years, in the 30s and in the 20s and in the 40s, for many years, the judicial system was stacked for them, and all they had to do is pretend victimhood. And because it's a female and it's considered a weaker sex, so being, pretending to be a victim works out well always. People give them a benefit of the doubt. Men, especially men around them, because they think with their penis, tend to give them the benefit of the doubt that yes, she has been a victim. So this has been the challenge for us, the rest of the family, because she used to, gossip a lot. She loves to gossip. And within that gossip, which I don't, she loves to talk about other people behind their back, which I don't. So the way my sister went about in her life is that just, without any particular reason, she would go around the family, to uncles and aunts and here and there, and pretend she likes them, and she loves them, and she likes them, and make small talk and blah blah. Often go meet them and do small talk and start gossiping and making up stuff to pretend victimhood. That's why I'm saying she is a professional. She was raised a professional victim, because she got results from it. By pretending victimhood, she got results. She would eat her own lunch, eat my lunch, eat my brother's lunch, eat my mother's lunch, and then go pretend victimhood and win the day as well. You see, pretend victimhood and get sympathy from other people as well. Sort of like the bully who eats everybody's lunch and then goes cries in the principal's office, and the principal, gives him some extra lunch. It's sort of like, don't worry about it. You can have my lunch as well. So that has been her go-to attitude. Professional victimhood. You eat people. You are a bully. You eat people's lunch. Then you pretend victimhood in front of other people, and other people will, give you, help you out, and even give you more. And this has been the case. And one of the main reasons that she has been like this is that she's very material. She really likes stuff. Now, that's her low IQ, because early in my life I realized stuff, material goods, it's like drugs. When you get it, you're happy with something new, some new material things that you have got, and that happiness is very fleeting, for a minute, 2 minutes, a day or two, and it's gone. So in order to, if you become materialistic, in order to satisfy that material need, you have to keep replenishing. You have to keep buying and stealing and cheating and stealing and buying and stealing and cheating and buying, in order to keep that high of having new stuff all the time. So it becomes like a drug. It's sort of, you keep having to get more continuously on daily basis in order to keep you normal, to keep you high, to keep you, interested in life. But my sister never learned this lesson. So for her, it's always, she never can have enough. She needs more, and to get more, the best way to go about doing that is to, steal, cheat, rob, and then go pretend victimhood. First of all, to keep your, social status in the society. So, anybody accusing you of stealing would not get anywhere, because you already have made up this, in stories, and have already told people that you're the victim of everything, family, circumstances. Although she has been although this woman, my sister, has been the cancer in our family, that all our family have suffered through the years because of her existence, because of what she has done in life, the path that she has chosen in life, the path to the kind of marriage she wanted to have, the path to the kind of lifestyle that she wanted to have. So she had to steal from the rest of us in order to have it. The path to the kind of education she wants to give to her children, so she has to steal to get it. She has to, take other people's portion, rights, in order so she can have more of what she wants. So all of this has resulted that this woman has been a cancer in our family. My sister, Vida Farrokh Nejad. She has been a cancer in our family. But because she has been always gossipy and always going to people and trying to pretend victimhood right off the bat, so anything that comes up after that, and it's clear that she hasn't been a victim and she's been the victimizer, people are going to not be sure about it, because she's been pretending victim all her life, victimhood all her life. So this is her thing. Pretend victim, you're a victim. Go murder, but then come back and pretend you're a victim. Go steal and come back, pretend you're a victim, and then get sympathy. Go do whatever the shit you want, whoever you want to fuck up, go fuck up, then come and pretend victimhood, and everything is fine. You can still, keep an appearance in the society, keep up the appearances in the society, because nobody's going to be very sure, because for so long you have been pretending victimhood, that, people are not going to, easily believe that you're the actual murderer, you're the actual victimizer. This has been her system. What can I say? It has worked for her, and not so well for the rest of us. As simple as that. To the point to which, after she got married, she taught this lesson to her husband, so that her husband, within a year or so after her marriage, her husband suddenly would come and always complain about how he cannot move his shoulders and his arms are going numb and he can't do this, and he's still walking 30 years later, walking around perfectly fine, all good. But the idea is pretend that you're weak and you need help and you're a victim and this and that. So, in order to persuade people around you with means to help out, or persuade people around you to, take my share, my brother's share, things that, whatever could have helped us in life. So my father would take that away from us and give it to her, so she can have a better time. It's all about pretending victimhood. Her husband, within a year of coming into the family, before that he was fine, and after that he was also fine. But within a year, he started pretending that he has this pain in both of his arms, and he can't work anymore, and he's in pain while he's working. He was still working, he was still making money, but the idea is victimhood. The idea is pretending that you're weak and you need help and you're a victim. So come on everybody, come, bring your money, put it in my pot, because I'm the weaker one, I need help, I'm the victim. This has been the policy from the start. And I mean, fortunately or unfortunately, in the way I was raised, in that society, men cannot pretend victimhood so easily. It's not accepted for men to pretend victimhood. And if you have a sibling like my sister, who pretends victimhood all the time, and you're a man, you're a male, and you cannot, and you don't want to pretend victimhood, what happens is, at the end of the day, every time you lose your lunch to your sister, you lose your lunch money to your sister because she grabs it, because she's 18 years old, 13 years older than you. She grabs your lunch money, then goes, pretends you're victim. She's your victim. After grabbing your lunch money, then you get a beating from your father as well. Because somehow, it's understood that if she says she's your victim, she's your victim. You lose your money and get your ass beat. This has been the case with me and my father, me and my brother all our life. We lost our money, our share, our portion to our sister because she was a thief and a cheat and a liar. But at the same time, she would go and pretend victimhood in front of my father, pretend victimhood in front of my cousin, Manucheri Rampur, pretend victimhood in front of our aunts and uncles and everywhere. Gossip, small talk, gossip, and in the mixture, pretend victimhood. And get their sympathy as well, and get our ass beaten by our father, or in one case, even my cousin, Manucheri Rampur, beat my ass because my sister had gone and pretended victimhood. What was the case? The case was, she was 18 and I was 5. Apparently, she goes and tells him that I'm making too much noise in the house and she cannot study. So, in somebody's birthday, another kid's birthday, family, that I was invited as a 5-6-year-old kid, I got a beating by Manucheri Rampur just because he had a hard-on for my sister, Middle Eastern man, and my sister had pretended, as always, victimhood. Now, how can an 18-year-old be a victim of a 6-year-old? How can any logical mind accept that an 18-year-old can be a victim of a 6-year-old? Is beyond me. No logical mind can accept that, but Middle Eastern men don't think with their brains. Brown-skinned men don't think with their brains, they think with their penises, with their balls. So Manucheri Rampur having a hard-on for my sister, whether he fucked her or not, I don't know, but she had a hard-on for my sister, so all my sister had to do is go pretend victimhood and get his 5-year-old brother beaten by the 35-year-old cousin. At that time, imagine that Manucheri Rampur was like 35 years old, who was my cousin. At 35, my sister was like 18, nice 18-year-old pussy, and this 18-year-old pussy goes and tells that 35-year-old man that she has been a victim of a 6-year-old. And that 35-year-old man, for no reason at all, in the middle of birthday, beats up this 5-year-old because somehow the 5-year-old has been the victimizer of an 18-year-old. Because apparently, I guess, a 5-year-old has made too much noise in the house and, has spoken in the house, and so that somehow she cannot concentrate studying. You see what I'm saying? It starts from right there. It starts from the childhood and my sister has no morals, period, zero, amoral. If it benefits her, she does it, as we saw. An 18-year-old complaining about the 5-year-old, trying to, the 5-year-old gets the shaft, gets his stuff stolen, and gets a beat down. That's my sister. That has always been my sister. pretending to, at the same time that you commit the crime, you steal and you cheat and you murder, you pretend to be a victim, and everything will work out. If you're a female and you're, you know, in a brown skin culture, in the brown skin society with the Middle Eastern culture where men think with their penis, not with their brains. Always, you know, without thinking, always try to, you know, run to the pussy's rescue. If the pussy complains, then that means the pussy is a victim and I should run to the rescue. Yeah, this is the situation.